Why do I find working with kettlebells so much more functional and beneficial for me at where I am in life? I find that over the last 15, 20 years, having actively trained in gyms and just general fitness and everything, coming from a background of kickboxing, then moving into kind of strength training, into more of a bodybuilding approach, into more of a kind of endurance race environment, into hybrid training, I found that I'll keep coming back to kettlebells. And the reason for that is I just find that they have a all-in-one approach to everything that I need and everything that I focus on and everything that's important to me with health and fitness. And that will be stability, functionality, simplicity, and I also get to action things like keeping on top of my mobility and kind of all my little weaknesses that get ironed out with what a kettlebell can give you and the training that it has to offer. I also like the simplicity. I find the fact that I can just do this at home. I don't have to worry about having to go to another facility or gym or anywhere to kind of perform what I'm looking at doing. I can keep the movements and the training very, very basic, but still get a lot from it. And I'm always getting challenged, and it's very, very humbling. So I can't kind of cheat myself working up the rung of ladder of weight or volume or stress or whatever I'm looking at doing. I find that I've got to earn that right to work up to a heavier weight or a certain movement at a certain weight and certain rep range. It's very simple. So yeah, I find that with kettlebell training, it just gives me so much more than I can get. And it also reduces the time of me training. So I'm not having my life consumed with spending hours in the gym each week, just hoping that I'm still where I was maybe 10, 20 years ago. I find that I can get an effective session in 30, 40 minutes, if that, just a few times a week. So I have so much more freedom to do all the things I want to do. And I think as you get older, you find that your time becomes more valuable. So where I was in my early 20s, I was in the gym all week. Now I can just train in my garden or living room for a quarter of that time, and I can still get those results that I was. I think also maturity comes into a big part of it, where we find we train as we get older for reasons of longevity and functionality rather than just purely aesthetics. And I think once you get past that kind of idea of training for how you mostly look, you find that when you train with intention and functionality, you keep a certain level of aesthetics there anyway, you know. And what you can achieve with just one modality, but training smarter and more efficiently, you get everything that you would training with 1,000 different modalities and styles and fashions for hours and hours on end. So you get so much more for your training, but you're doing less to get it. And then that ideally gives you a lot more time for recovery, which I think gets overlooked as we do get a little bit older. And that is a vital part of your whole journey. So yeah, kettlebells are something that I've just migrated back into, and I solely only train by. And it's a kind of ethos I'm really pushing on a lot of my clients that are open to that idea of training to create as much longevity as possible. Something that's as easy on the body, that gives you what you want out of your training, and it also gives you a lot more freedom to focus on other aspects of life rather than just being stuck in the gym.